Carroll County, Coach Matt here to go over our workout for this week. Before we get into our workout, I want to go over a core movement that we all do every day. Make sure we're doing it right. It is the squat. As you can see, I have a chair over here. Every time we sit down and stand up, it is a squat. Let's make sure we're doing it right. I'm just going to go ahead and sit down just like it's any other day. Once I'm in this chair, I'm going to take a look at where my positioning is. Foremost, we're going to take a look at where our feet are. In general, we're going to ask you to get your feet just outside of your hips, and we're going to ask you to point those toes slightly out. We'll go into why here in a second. After that, we're going to take a look at what our knees are doing. We want to make sure that our knees aren't coming together, but we're actually going to be pointing them the same direction as our toes. So I just said toes slightly out. Let's make sure that those knees point the same direction as your toes. From there, if you need to help yourself up out of the seated position with your hands, let's go ahead and do that. But if you're looking to challenge yourself and you want to test to see what you can do, we're going to go ahead and put our hands up in the air. All right? What we're looking to do is get our chest up. And after that, we're going to take a deep breath, fill up our belly with air, and then take an embrace against that deep breath. So deep breath in, get your belly tight. Let's go ahead and shift our weight forward slightly, and then stand up. Cool. At the top, our hips come forward and through. So we're all locked out at the top, right? Before we go back down to the chair, we're going to do it in slow motion. We're going to do a 3 count. So it'll be 3, 2, and then 1 will be down at the chair, right? So my hands are up. Again, I'm going to take a deep breath in through my nose, fill up my belly, brace my core, and then down. 3, 2, 1. Great. Cool. If you're able to do it with your hands up in the air and you want to challenge yourself further, feel free to take the chair away and maybe find a little bit lower target to sit down to. Either way though, we're going to do another three squats. If you want to challenge yourself, or when we're doing these squats, let's not sit down all the way. Let's go ahead and maintain what we call tension in our muscles. So we're going to come down. Once you feel contact, then we're just going to stand straight back up again. And we're not going to relax when we hit our target. Okay? Cool. If the sitting on this seat was too low for you, let's find a chair that's a little higher, maybe a stool, or maybe put a couple things on that chair to sit down on, right? Let's go ahead and put our hands up, take a deep breath, send those hips back. Make sure your knees point the same direction as your toes. 2, 1, sit down, ready and up. Knees in line with our toes, hips come up and through. Cool. As we get lower with this squat, we're going to be strengthening both sides of our leg. Once we're staying what we call above parallel. Parallel is a relationship of our thigh to the floor. We're predominantly working the top side of our thigh. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're running into, as we're getting older here, maybe some issues with your knee, maybe your hip, there's a chance that you could be imbalanced. So maybe one side of your leg is stronger than the other. Maybe one side is atrophied for whatever reason. So we want to see if we can't get the back side of your leg working too. So the lower we go in our squat, the more we're going to be working that back side of your leg. So something to work toward if you don't feel comfortable doing it right now. If you know that you've had some trauma in the past, maybe with playing sports or what have you have knee discomfort, ankle, hip, it's not that the squat is a no-go for you, it's about paying attention to what you feel when you're doing it. Please do it safely. Sit down on something you sit on every day without discomfort. Practice with that. If you feel discomfort, take a look at where you are in the squat. If it's super deep, then raise that squat height up a little bit. Also take a look at what your knee is doing. It should be going the same direction as your toes, not caving in. We want to make sure the knees are pressed out. All right? If you have any questions on the squat, chime in on the comments here. Send us an email if you need to. But right now, what I'd like to do is get into the workout. We've got 4 movements, all body weight movements, and we're going to be doing 30 seconds a piece of. If you are just coming off the couch and decide to get moving again, awesome, welcome. If you've been working out a bunch and you just want to add this into your rainy day workout list, then feel free to add to whatever you want to. What I'm going to do is go over 1 round. All right, so 1 round means that we're going to start with the first movement, work our way through the rest of the 3, doing 30 seconds apiece. First movement is what we call a plate hop. You can use anything for this. What we do is use this as a substitution if you don't have a jump rope, right? So right now all I have is a carpet square. You can use a front doormat. If you have a weight plate that you can put on a barbell, that's what we usually use in the gym when we're jumping up on something. So for right now, I've got this front doormat. I'm just going to jump in and out. This is a fast footwork movement on the toes. Feel free to do it as fast or slow as you feel comfortable. If jumping is a no-go for you for whatever reason, trying to steer away from high impact, whatever it is, if you have a little stepper, maybe a couple books, something like that, all we're going to do is step up, and then back down, Do it as fast or as slow as you feel comfortable. Again, mitigating any kind of impact to your discomfort area, okay? After that, we have plank shoulder taps. This is a movement that we traditionally do on the floor. I'm gonna start off with a modified version for you. We're gonna still use the chair. What we're gonna do is start off with the plank itself. So our plank, we're looking to do is have a straight line from your shoulder, through your hip, down to your heel. For the shoulder tap portion of this, we're gonna try and reach up and touch the opposite shoulder. If, for whatever reason, the plank itself is challenging, hold the plank. Don't worry about reaching up and tap your opposite shoulder. If you're on the floor doing your shoulder taps, you might want to widen your feet a little bit to create a more stable base. So when you reach up, there's less likelihood of twisting. We want to minimize the twisting. We want to try and get that core work as a stabilizing muscle for you. So that way you can use it in real life whenever you lift up the laundry basket, take a wheelbarrow across the yard, whatever it is. Okay? So, plate hops, plank shoulder taps, and then now we're going to go to the air squat. If you want to use your chair, great. If you're not using the chair, if you want to use a basketball, soccer ball, something like that, get down there, stand it back up. We're going to do as many as we can in 30 seconds. Once you're done, we're going to go into mountain climbers. It's going to get the core, the arms, and the legs working for us. We're going to go over the modified version first. Find that plank position again. This time we're going to get our legs moving. Move fast, and almost in a running in place motion. If you want to, you can do it on a higher target, maybe a kitchen countertop, possibly even the wall. Press against the wall. Again, we're going to be sort of running in place. Okay, so find what works for you. If you're having trouble wrapping your head around that, chime in on the comments. We'll get you an answer as soon as possible. So, 30 seconds of plate hops, 30 seconds of plank shoulder tap, 30 seconds of air squats, 30 seconds of mountain climbers. Okay, that's one round. You're welcome to do this as many rounds as you'd like. Again, if you're just coming off the couch, deciding to get the blood pumping for the first time in a while, maybe 3 to 4 rounds, slow and steady, just get yourself moving, right? If you've been working out a bunch and you want to put this in your rainy day list of workouts to do, then maybe 6 rounds, something like that. Feel free to play around with it, see what you got going on. If you're doing the workout, having fun with the family, take a picture. Let us know how it's going. Send any questions or comments our way. We'll see what we can do for you. In the meantime, stay healthy, Carroll County. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.